Hi everyone, it's Tiger Mom, or also known as Ms Chung, coming to you live from my garage. I say Ms Chung because about 15 years ago, I was a high school Korean teacher at North High School, and I also taught at Cal State LA in California. And since we're all cooped up inside, practicing social distancing and shelter in place, I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to come back as Ms. Chung and teach Korean to those who wish to learn Korean. Currently, I'm an interpreter and translator, and I'm also a mom of three. And you'll notice that all the other videos on my channel are cooking videos. You can watch them on your free time, but that's my other passion, but this time I'm coming back as your Korean teacher. So I decided to create this content because why not make use of this time we're at home? And I know we're practicing social distancing, but we're going to do the opposite. Thanks to the power of internet and social media, we're going to be closer than ever on this platform. And I wanted to teach Korean because, hey, Korean culture is hot, right? K-pop, K-drama, now K-medical. So onto the bandwagon and learn Korean. And I wanted this content to be appropriate for children because my children started learning some Korean online and they sounded fine until I noticed they were practicing ordering soju and beer because most of the content, Korean language content that's available are for college students and up. And while it's appropriate for the culture, I wanted something more appropriate for my kids. So I'm going to make this content maybe at a 12-year-old level, but I'm going to make it family friendly and kid friendly so that my 6-year-old, who's right next to me, learning alongside of you, can learn and watch everything that's appropriate. So I encourage you, adults, to learn as well as your kids. And the first 4 lessons will focus on the writing system. It's so easy. Korean language is so easy, writing system, that you'll learn how to read and write just within the 4 lessons, I promise. And that also requires your effort. So while you're not on YouTube Live, you can do more studying through either Korean drama. You can watch Korean drama. If you're a kid, you can watch Korean shows. There are some popular shows like Bororo or Dobot. There's Super Wings. A lot of Korean shows out there that are popular. Octonaut, you can watch that in Korean. My daughter just told me. And if you live close to Koreatown or practice your Korean through. And if you have the privilege of living with somebody who speaks Korean, please practice your Korean with them. So the format will be YouTube Live. I won't make video, edit, and make it fancy and post it because that might discourage me from doing this often. So my goal is to at least have 2 lessons a week. So doing it live helps, and hopefully there's interaction with those who are online so that you can ask questions and I can answer your questions and we can interact and make it more like a real classroom, except I won't see you, so you can be wearing your pajamas. And so your first homework for the next time. So this is just an introductory video, but next time I come come live, be ready. So first, I want to know what content you want to learn. So pertaining to the Korean language, I want you to post your comment and write what you want to learn when you learn Korean. And we're going to practice writing next time. So have your pen or pencil and paper ready so you can practice along. And I encourage you to subscribe so that you know when I come live, so that you can join live. Of course, The video will be available after I'm not live, but there's more interaction and you can actually ask questions live if you're subscribed and you're tuned in while I'm live. Okay, so to give you a little history lesson of Korean language, let me tell you about how Korean was created. So before we had the Korean writing system called Hangul, this is what Korean writing system looked like. If you think, that looks a lot like Chinese, it is. So before we had the Korean writing system, also known as Hangul, we use the Chinese writing system. And it's really complicated. So I gave up learning Chinese because part of the reason was this. So when this was the writing system, only certain people were able to write or read in Korean. So as you can guess, those who are highly educated, or back in the days, women weren't allowed to study. So only men, highly educated men, were able to read and write. So this is back in about 1400s. So there was a time when a disease was going around, kind of like what's going on around now. Maybe it was a coronavirus then too. And the government posted signs warning the citizens to prevent the spread of the disease. So a lot like now, it probably said, wash your hands, avoid contact with each other. When you sneeze into your sleeve, right? Or wash your hands, rest, all those things. But they were written in this kind of writing. So only those who were able to read were able to prevent the spread of disease. So you can imagine a lot of people dying. So the king at the time, King Sejong, he's a very famous figure in Korea, almost like George Washington. Any Korean would know King Sejong. King Sejong decided we have to come up with easier writing system so that everyone can understand the message we send out. So he gathered together scholars and they came up with 28 letters that represent sounds. So currently, Korean writing system has 14 consonants and 10 vowels, so 24 total. But back then, when it was first created in 1443, there were 28 letters. So it was so easy. Look, this is a writing system, Chinese writing system that Koreans used before Hangul, and it became this. Much easier, right? So after this writing system was created, of course, the highly educated people resisted. They looked down on this writing system, saying, "Oh, it's so easy that even women can learn." What? So they called it female language or female writing system. They even called it bathroom writing system. Can you guess why? It's so easy that you could sit on the toilet while you're going to the bathroom and learn it in just one sitting. That's how easy it is. So, if you ever wondered what these circles and lines meant, this is a great opportunity for you to learn. So, I want you to be excited and share with anyone else who might benefit from learning to at least read and write Korean. So, the first 4 lessons will focus on the writing system. And by the time you learn how to read and write, you will know how to greet people. Maybe you would know how to introduce yourself. And based on what you post, your comments about what you want to learn through this Korean lesson, I will add more content. So hope to see you next time I come live and let's learn Korean together. 감사합니다.